these showed up today, so I'm gonna get to opening these. They're for the Monte. I'm waiting for the dash to clear now. I've been working on the gauge cluster on that, so just finished painting that. Decided to take a break and come and open up these. I obviously know what they are. It'll make a big improvement. One's for under the hood. The other is for inside. So I'll start with under the hood. So it's gonna be a PCV valve to go in the driver's side valve cover. So that's what that's for. It was like $6 off Amazon. And then Evil Energy catch can. I know they're on the inexpensive side. Just eBay, I think is like 30 something bucks, but it's going to be better than nothing. So that's just a little catch can. I'll keep this one on it. I'll go over here in a little bit when I install it. I'll probably have to get some. Probably have to get some more rib nuts to mount it where I think I want to mount it, and some longer, I guess fuel line, but I'll just use the rubber stuff for now. Then eventually I'll get around to ordering some steel braided line like I have for the transmission lines and the fuel lines. Get around to ordering some of that. So yeah, that's what I have. And then ordered these from Jegs, 3-point retractable seat belts. I was looking for a while, trying to decide if I wanted to put a harness bar in there and throw like a 4-point in there, or just stick with the stock style. And I decided to do the stock style for now. Eventually, later on down the road, who knows, this car might get caged. It might get a harness bar, might get 4 points, but for now, I just went with retractable seat belts. So I believe they're universal. Yeah, they're universal. So I just wanted something that would look good in there. Thought about red, but then with the interior being the white seats and the black interior, thought the red would just stand out too much in it. So I decided to go all black seat belts. I could have went two-tone like the black and white stitching or something like that, but decided to keep it fairly simple with the seat belts. So I don't know which one I want to install first now. So it might be the seat belts, and then I'll move on to the catch can. And then next will be just the seat belts. So 775, 3-point retractable seat belts with the push button latch. So yeah, these will find a way into Mona Lisa. I'm gonna try to just do straight. Probably not the actual installation. That might be thrown on the time lapse, but give you guys an idea. So obviously that will go down on the floor. Seems like a pretty decent height. And then I just have to figure out how I want to mount this up. Probably leave that off for now. I don't want to end up breaking it. But okay, so pretty straightforward, I believe. This obviously gets attached up here. That would be down here, and then is there another hole in the bottom of the floor for this one? Or I don't think it attaches to the same point. I think there's another one on the floorboard. So I'll look into that. Yeah. But they are retractable, so I don't have to worry about the seatbelt retractors inside the pillar here. So you guys know what I'm talking about. Like I said, I just try to give it to you straight. If I stumble a little bit, I'm just trying to think out loud. So that's the plan. Still need to fix this door. I think the door latch is messed up. So let's see. See part one here. I'm going to take out I think pretty much both panels there. Take both of those out. I want to say there's a bolt hole somewhere in here. I don't think it's that one. No. I might have to find it, but it's along the side. Let's see if I left it open on this side. Yep, so maybe right down here. If I don't know where it's at. Let's see. We'll see. Yeah, I probably didn't cut it out yet, but it should be somewhere in here. So the first one's going to go behind this panel here. Second one up here. I think these are T55 Torx bits, and then the third one down here. So if that makes sense. I'm gonna get the stuff together for here. So start taking everything out, start taking these panels out, find the hole down here, and get one side mounted. And once that's mounted, I'll go over to the other side, show you guys how I did it. Yeah, those are the two major things. Seat belts. Like I said, I might end up ordering some for this because of how I have this harness. It's just for looks. It's probably not the safest. So it's time to get it out of here and eventually redo the whole interior for the Elco. But this video's on the Monte. So probably could have split it up in two different videos, but we're going with it. It's been 15 minutes so far. Hopefully I didn't lose too many of you guys. But I'll install it, cut you guys back on, and go over everything once more. Nothing too crazy. Let me go check how this dash is coming out. Yeah, it's not perfect. It's just a temporary one, but I needed something. Trying to get that last minute projects in while the weather's still nice. But yeah, let me figure out how I want to mount this and cut you guys back on here in a little bit. All right, so running into a problem with the seat belts now. As far as the bolts go, I know I had them all, but I think I used some in the 88 when it was here when I was putting the interior back together, because I just have two, or I found two extra ones. So that means I'll have to use the one on the driver's side already, and then 2 and 3 be one for this side and one for down by the seat, and then I'd have to take the one from the passenger side and use that for the inside one for the latch. So I'm only going to be able to install one today. I know I could probably go out and find bolts for the thread pitch and just use regular bolts on it, but these ones had that little sleeve on it, so there's some adjustment on there. But yeah, like I said, it's just turned into one of those days. I did find some of the, where are they at? Some of the rib nuts. So found 2 M6s left, and I think I have a bunch of quarters. However, I don't have any M6 bolts. I think I have a bunch of the quarter bolts, so yeah. See, I have the smaller ones, but the rivet nut tool doesn't go that small, so I'm going to have to get creative, probably just open up the holes on the back of the catch can and go from there. But let me get to tearing apart the driver's side, all the paneling and whatnot, and get these seat belts installed. Alright, well, we might be onto something. I want to take out the rear seat, and I have 2 inner bolts here, so we might be onto something. And I have these 2 on the outside. They're really not holding anything down just yet, but the amount of people I plan to have in the back seat for a while are slim to none. So we might be good there. We might be good on just taking those bolts and using them. Try not to jack up the seat too much. But it should be good there. So yeah, that'd be the plan. Just take 2 of those out. So that'll leave me with enough to, let's see, I'll be able to get this side on completely. So 1, 2, 3. Be able to get those on, the inside one. Now leave me pretty much an extra one if I don't use these outside 2. Which I might just take these out and get that side on also. Yeah, that's what I'll do. But yeah, I just have to get this panel out. I think I might be able to do it without having to take the back seat out, but yeah, we'll see. Cause that panel's going to have to come out and take this out, and then have to worry about these coming out. And yeah, thought it was going to be simple. It's not difficult, it's just time consuming without trying to break this stuff even more, because this one's already seen better days. I'll keep an eye out for a new one of those. Yeah, so let me get to it, see what I can do. And right now I have a T45. I think it's a T50, but the 45 will work as long as you're not running it down with the impact. Stripping it out, just use a hand tool and it should be fine. So that sun's doing a little something. But yeah, let me get to it, and we'll see how much stuff I have to take out and how much stuff I can leave in. But yeah, it's gonna be nice to have some type of safety in this thing. Well, whole back seat area is out, and this panel's out, and guess what? I did put the bolts back, so yeah, we might not have to remove more than we have to as far as these inside bolts, but I still have to find the holes for down here, in the rocker, or is that the rocker? In the floor. I have to find the holes for the seat belt on this side and the inside ones for the seat belts. So I have to get probably the torch out, heat up a socket, and burn the carpet through once I find out where the hole is. And then well, I guess this side will be mounted right down here. Have to feed the seat belt through here, and then we'll mount it up there, and I'll get these panels put back in. And then once pretty much this one's mounted and it's ran through, I can put all the stuff back here, put the seat back in, put the panels back in, and then just leave the remainder of it just hanging down until we get the holes down here in the floor. So hopefully I'm not losing you guys too much. I'm just trying to talk you guys through. I know I said I was going to throw them on time lapse. I'm not. It's too hot out here. I'm somewhat taking my time, but somewhat trying to procrastinate a little bit. But yeah, let me stop talking. I haven't even grabbed a socket or a ratchet to get these put in. But let me get up, let me grab the ratchet, and then I'll do all this stuff. So this is the hole I was talking about with the seatbelt retractors. A lot of them are usually broken. I actually have a good set for this, but with this being a retractable system, I'm not going to need them. Or at least they're not going to work with this style. So I know I have a buddy, Chauncey. He needs them for his Grand National. I might just send those his way. Usually they're about 40 bucks a piece, I believe, for each side. They're directional, so might just give them to him and see if he could use them. Probably could have put some sound deadening in here, but like I said, it's not a show car. Doesn't have a loud system in here. Just something on the quiet side. Just get some type of sound in here. But yeah, let me stop stalling and get to work. Back in seat belts. I still need to mount the inside and outside ones. So these will go down here, and these will go. I think they're backwards. Let's see. I don't want to cross them, but I think I'll just have to flip that plug around and have it facing the inside, because it'd be real weird to cross the seat belts. Even though that's kind of how they want to lay, but I'll just throw them up there like that. Yeah, so have to find the inner holes. This one, just took a pick, and you can kind of feel where the little brace in the hole is from the bottom, and then I just ran a pick through it. I have this tape here to mark where it is, and then once I get all 4 of them marked, what I'll do is take a socket. What you do, take a socket, you heat it up, hence the blowtorch. I'll heat the socket up, and then you'll press it where that hole is, and it'll burn the carpet around it. And instead of the carpet fraying and everything, it'll pretty much sear that circle to be able to run the bolt through and not have to worry about the carpet getting caught up in there. So I'm a pro, not so professional. Do it at your own skill level, but it's fairly simple, pretty straightforward. This with the blowtorch and everything, just be aware of what you have sitting around. Like I said, I know my fuel lines run along here, but for the most part, nothing's really too close. That's real flammable, but got the fire extinguisher there, got one there. But like I said, this isn't hard. You just be careful if you're going to do it. So let me find the other 3 holes, mark those, and then I'll start running the inside of the bolts. So yeah, that's what I was a little concerned with. So I think it has these to swivel on, so I might have to open that up a little bit. Yeah, so I think it's a 1/2 inch opening. So if I just had a regular thread instead of that little sleeve right there, it'd be fine. But I don't, so I'm gonna get a little creative. I get the step bit out, open that hole up, try not to tear the seatbelt up. Just enough to have a little bit of play so it could rotate on that sleeve, and we'll go from there. Alright, so this one was fairly simple. I took it out of that plastic, so I would like to still run these. But if not, it's not a bad look. Just the belt's going to be all over the place. One of the reasons I got the vise, make it a lot easier to do stuff. So it's easy with the inner ones because they're not in the car yet. However, I don't think I want to take those back out. So I might have to get creative and probably get a big set of pliers or a pipe wrench to hold this in place while I drill that out with a step bit. So we'll see. But the inside one is good. Let me do this other one. What do you guys think? The plastic cover or just the belt? We'll see. We'll see when we get to it. But I don't know. I might just do the belt. Yeah. Who's gonna know, right? Who's gonna know? But these are like safety rated with DOT or whatever, so that's good. And that's one reason I didn't do a harness yet, because the local track Vandermeer is closed. But if I do take it somewhere and it has to be teched, I think with the stock belts you get away with a little bit more, where as a harness it would have to be certified and everything. So that's kind of why I went this route too. But we'll see if it ever gets out to that point, or pretty sure it will at some point. The question is when. But let me stop talking. You guys see it's starting to get a little dark out here, but hopefully I've lost you guys so far. Well, we're gonna make it happen. See, that's a nice clean circle using that socket. Pretty sure I got them in the right spots. So next I'm just gonna get the bolts fed through. Like I said, I'll probably run it without the plastic sleeves for now. If I change my mind, I could always swap them out later, but for now I think no plastic sleeves. But yeah, let me clean out these holes a little bit, because once you do melt the carpet, it does leave a little bit of that backing material still in there. So use that pick, get that stuff out, and then throw the seat belts in, and we should be good. And I'll cut it back to the other video and finish up on the dash or the gauge cluster. But yeah, that should be nice and dry. Giving you a preview on the wrong video, but yeah, we're getting there. Man, that color combo. Let's wait for the next one. The next one I got plans for, I think it's gonna be nice. If I execute it how I plan it, it's gonna be a nice one. But yeah, let me stop talking and get back to work. All right, so passenger side's looking good. Let's check out the driver's side. They are pretty sensitive if you pull too hard on them. See what I'm talking about? But yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Pretty much clears the seat without rubbing on it, no problem. Sits about right in the middle of the chest, so we should be good. I did decide to throw the plastic back on there. I just pretty much flip that little button that covers it around, and should be pretty good. Nice and simple. Yeah, so just have to get used to it, but we do have seat belts. I think they're about right about $60 a piece. I know other ones when I was looking, it'd been like $180 for just the front two, like $220 for all of them, I think, something like that. So The backs I'm not too concerned about. Like I said, I really don't plan on having anybody back there anyway, so we should be good for just the front two for now. But yeah, I might edit the catch can stuff out and make it its own separate video and just stick with the seat belts. So yeah, because I'm not getting to the catch can tonight. I just wanted to come out here and do some work in here, and I got the seat belts in a little bit more work than I thought they'd be. But I'm glad I was able to find all the bolts. But yeah, pretty simple install. Gave you guys the part number at the beginning of the video. They fit. You just have to keep in mind to drill out the mounting tabs for, I guess, just the mounting tabs. You guys saw which ones I drilled out. I really don't know how to describe them, besides the inside and the outside ones to the floor. Drill those out and you should be fine. But yeah, they're not bad. I know it's not as sporty as you'd think with these seats and everything, but I need to get something in here and let's get the job done. If I do decide to like cage it or put the harness bar in there or something and put a 4-point in there, that would be nice. Just some black 4-point harness. I think it'd look alright, but for now, just have these. If I do go the harness route, these will just find its way into the Elco, and should be no problem. But yeah, that's it for this one. I'm gonna cut this one off and then get that dash thrown in there so I can see what that's looking like, and then I'll call it a night.